Hello children, welcome to your SST class. I, Priyanka Sharma, will be taking your SST chapter 3rd for today. I hope you all are doing fit and healthy and taking good care of yourself, and you must have read chapter 1 and chapter 2 thoroughly. So I can start with chapter 3, Evolution of Transport. So here, what do you mean by evolution? Evolution means anything that is gradually improving and developing in the due course of time. So let's see in the chapter how transport system has slowly in the process of so many years developed and has been changing and is still changing year by year. Okay. We usually need to travel either to fulfill our needs or to meet social obligations. All our traveling involves using one mode of transport or other. In ancient times, people traveled on foot or on the back of animals. Invention of wheel led to the development of carts. People began using horse carts and bullock carts to go from one place to another. However, these were very slow means of transport. These slow means of transport now have been replaced by faster ones. Better means of transport have made traveling much easier. So ancient means in the olden days, how did people travel? They traveled either by foot, that's by walking, or they used some animals and traveled on their back. But when the wheel was invented, there was a big change happening in traveling system. So then began horse carts, bullock carts, where animals used to pull the wheels and traveling became a little easier. However, these transports were very slow means of transport, like they could not travel as fast as a car or a bus or a train. They were very slow, but yes, they were quite helpful to the human beings. But gradually, these transports have been replaced by faster ones and they have made traveling much easier. Second paragraph. People need to travel from one part of the country to another. Sometimes they need to travel to different countries. Goods and products also need to be transported from one place to another all the time. For this, we need a developed network of roads, railways, airways, and waterways. They connect places better so that can help reach even in times of emergencies, such as at the times of floods, earthquakes, and famines. So when people have to travel, they travel from one part of the country to another country. Sometimes they have to send goods and products from one country to another country. So if we need to move to different countries. Now for this, we cannot just use a bullock cart or we cannot go by walk. We need different means of transport. For example, if I'm traveling within the country, I can use roadways or railways. But if I'm traveling from one country like India to USA or India to UK, then I cannot use a roadway or a railway. I have to choose airways or waterways. So transport depends on which place we are traveling. Then we can choose what means of transport we can use to go to that place. They also help us during emergencies like airways are a big help during emergencies during time of the floods where when there is water everywhere and trains and roadways cannot move at that time airways are of big help during earthquakes during famines they play a very important third paragraph. The type of transport we use depends on distance, type, cost, and the size of the things that has to be transported. Now, whenever we choose a means of transport, we keep three things in mind: distance, type, cost. That is, how far we have to travel, what type of transport we are going to use for it, and what is the amount of money or cost that has to be spent in traveling or in transporting the goods. So based on this, we decide our means of transport. Like for example, if I'm traveling from Delhi to Mumbai, if I have enough money to spare, I can use an air travel. But if I don't want to spend that much money and I have enough time, I can choose a means of road transport, that is, I can travel by train. If I have lesser time and if I have to um, do something urgently, then I can choose airways. So this way, we have to make choices depending upon our needs and then decide the means of transport. Roads. India has a large network of roads. Most of the parts of our country are connected with roads. The most important roads in India are called highways. The highways are long and broad roads. National highways connect state capitals, big cities and towns all over the country. They are built and maintained by central government. The state government builds state highways. State highways connect important towns and cities within a state. State governments build and maintain these highways. All the highways have numbers. One of the oldest highways is the Grand Trunk Road or GT Road, built by Sher Shah Suri in the 16th century CE. It connects Peshawar in Pakistan to Sonargaon in Bangladesh. This road runs through northern, central, and eastern India, connecting many places like Delhi, Aurangabad, Howrah. Roads are the metalled or unmetalled. Most roads in the cities and towns are metalled. They are also called pakka roads. They are made of cement, stones, and tar. Unmetalled roads are found in villages. These roads are called kacha roads. So it says that India has large network of roads and most part of the country are connected through roads which are called as highways. The highways are long and broad. Okay. What are national highways? National highways are the roads that connect the state capitals, big cities and towns in the country, and they are built by central government. The state government builds the state highways and they are connected to the small cities inside the within the state. And the oldest highway in India is the Grand Trunk Road. It was built by Sher Shah Suri in 16th century. It connects, that is, it connects Pakistan, Peshawar in Pakistan to Sonargaon in Bangladesh. So this Grand Trunk Road is so long that it starts in Pakistan and ends in Bangladesh. These roads run between so many cities. Few of them are Delhi, Aurangabad, and Howrah. Roads can be of two types, Pakka roads and Kacha roads. Pakka roads are made of cement, stones, and tar, and Kacha roads are the ones which are not uh, made with proper finishing, and they are unmetalled roads. They are called Kacha roads. Mountains, tunnels are dug through hills to make roads. To connect two river banks, bridges have to be built and roads are built over them. Roads are very important to us because many items that we need, such as food, grains, fruits, vegetables, and different products from factories, are transported by roads to different parts of the country. A well developed road network is also of great help in emergencies as people can be rescued quickly. For land transport, slow-moving bullock carts and horse carts are traditionally used. In villages, auto rickshaws, bicycles, and cycle rickshaws are also popular in villages, towns, and cities. Bus is a popular means of road transport. Cars are very popular in India as they are affordable, fuel efficient, and easy to park. So, different types of places, the roads are built in different ways. Like in mountains, tunnels have to be dug in between the mountains and then roads are done. Where there are rivers, lakes, and ponds, bridges have to be constructed to make the roads. And in any case, roads play very important role in our life because every need of ours that we are fulfilling, that is the daily needs like fruits, vegetables, grains, which are grown and produced in different parts of the country, they come to us through transportation, and roads play an important role in this. So a well-developed network of roads is also helpful for us during emergency situations. Like if the road is good, traveling becomes easier and faster. But many places also are using slow means of transport, like villages, they still use bullock carts and horse carts for many purposes. Rickshaws, bicycles, and cycle rickshaws are also popular in small cities and towns. Bus is also a means of transport in many parts of our country, and cars are one of the most important means of transport in our country because they are affordable and fuel efficient and easy to park, and our life also becomes better with the help of these means of transport. So in today's class, we'll only study this much. Here I will conclude the today's class. Read this part of the chapter thoroughly and go through it. And if you have any doubts, you can put up your questions in the comment section. Until then, take very good care of yourself, stay safe and healthy, and have a nice day.